Hello?
No, it's George Canyon.
Oh, George Canyon. What can we do for you?
And you guys might be interested in looking for us.
We don't usually do this kind of thing, buying for people specifically. We're not too comfortable about it.
We need to find that stuff now.
Which always poses a problem. Whenever you're under the gun, that's when you make bad decisions.
Well, that one I gotta have 2 1/4.
2 1/4? Then what would something like this cost you?
It's around $60,000.
Whoa.
Matt, 60,000?
We're buying for a guy that may or may not want them.
So is there anything here that appeals to you?
We don't like it. Put it back in.
Our reputation is on the line here.
I'm Scott Cozens,
I'm Sheldon Smithens.
and we're pickers.
See that fork in the road?
Take it.
We travel all over Canada.
Looking for hidden gems in basements, attics, and barns. For me, it's all about the thrill of the hunt. Oh man, we might have hit the mother lode here. I like to move fast. I can always find something we can make a profit on.
I thought I'd seen it all, Scott. I'm looking for that one-of-a-kind item that has its own story to tell. Just like the people we meet, every story is different. It's not junk to us.
Saddle up, we're riding to town, find ourselves a party with a party crowd. Saddle up.
George is an incredible guy.
He's a
isn't
good
he?
guy, isn't he?
Yeah. George Canyon, the country music star, has hired us to help decorate his new country home. And he wants a Western motif. We're gonna buy him the best of the best.
I would like to propose a gentleman bet.
So explain this bet to me again.
The bet is this. George wants an on-air sign for his studio. And if I find him one, I get one of his guitars. But if we can't find him one, he gets one of my guitars. And I don't want to give up one of my guitars.
Time is limited. We gotta hustle.
I love the interior of BC. Is this still called the Okanagan in here?
No, we're in the Caribou,
Okay, we're in the Caribou.
Gold Rush country. I'm optimistic. We're right in the sweet spot for Western gear. We're going to Clinton. There's a guy called Jim that has all kinds of stuff. He's got the Emporium.
The Emporium.
He likes farm implements, Western gear. I think we're gonna be able to find maybe a wagon, some wagon wheels. From what I hear, he'll deal on anything. Here we go, right here. We enter Clinton, and sure enough, here's a massive stuff spilling out of the building. Whee! Looks like it's 100 years old. Not hard to find Jim.
Postmodern undertaker.
I'm Scott. You look like Abraham Lincoln.
I'm Sheldon. I was gonna say the father of Confederation.
I started collecting when I was about 14 years old. The first thing I bought was a Model T Sports Roadster at an auction with my dad for $10.
So is the good stuff inside?
Yeah, let's take a look inside.
We don't normally pick stores that are open to the public, but he's taken us into his back room, his private overflow, and we're hoping to find some gems. So it's worth doing a little digging around. You got a little bit of everything here, don't you, Jim?
Well, we keep trying to make it interesting.
We're looking around, we're looking in every nook and cranny trying to find something. And that's the reality. When you go to shop at the side of the road, everybody has hit it. The good stuff goes real quick, and you're left with the average stuff. That one's got a good look to it, Sheldon.
Scott and I are always looking for horse tack. We are especially motivated at the moment.
I'm not letting you see your price. How much is it?
For you guys, $100.
That's interesting, because you have it priced at 85.
So for us, the price goes up.
Yeah, exactly.
I just noticed you got a good bowl here. Roseville, American Ohio Potter. It was big, and I would have enjoyed my popcorn out of that bowl. It's not in the greatest condition. Got a little crazing to it.
That one we wouldn't go down at all on.
Okay, well, I guess you're not going to take my $15 offer then.
No, for sure on that one.
The few items that he does have, they are priced out of this world. There has to be one decent thing.
You're asking for something decent? Sell.
Yeah.
Look! Your favorite thing.
What's that?
Look!
Oh. Sadly, that's one of the better things.
My favorite thing here is the dog. He's actually quite funny.
This happens to us all the time. We're not finding anything, and we start to get desperate. What's the price on it?
$195.
Pesos?
I like the dog. I'm a big fan of the bobbin dog. So how bad can we grind you on a piece like that?
110 bucks.
$100.
Done.
Okay, we got a guard dog. Sometimes you just gotta go for the deal. Just feel like you're in the game. How about this log?
So that log is a one-of-a-kind saddle tree. It was made out of driftwood that came from the ocean right in front of my dad's house about 35 years ago. So that had a little bit of sentimental value to it.
It's as good a saddle tree as you're gonna find.
I guess it depends on the price.
Everybody that likes Western stuff needs something to hang their saddles on.
Give me an offer. A reasonable offer now.
Are you looking at me when you say that?
Either one.
Yeah, if it's a reasonable offer, you should be talking to me.
Oh, yeah. $50.
Oh, you're way too low.
Well, you asked for an offer, I gave you an offer.
I thought that was pretty good.
Okay, 150, you got it.
150?
I think we could do $100 on it.
I think we could do $100, but you got to throw in these 2 branding irons.
Not the branding irons, because these, as you probably know, are forged. They're not welded.
So?
Do you know how many branding irons we've sold at $3 to throw?
110, you have them both.
105.
Holy smokes.
They beat me down pretty good, but that's the fun part of it.
What would you do on 5 chauffeur buttons? I spot in a little showcase 5 Alberta chauffeur badges. Better market in Alberta than they are in BC. He's got $15 a piece on them, which is $75.
30 bucks for all of them.
25.
Done deal.
Perfect. We'll just leave the $15 price tag on them and sell them back in Calgary.
So where does a guy find a chuck wagon here, Jim?
Well, this one, the wagon itself came from the prairies.
We notice a wagon on our way in, and we have a buyer for a wagon. And you put this together. These hoops look new.
The hoops came from the Amish in Ontario.
So what would something like this sell for?
Retail price on it 34, probably sell for about 25.
$3,400? Really? $3,400 on a wagon that's been retrofitted to look like a chuck wagon.
We'd pay $300, maybe $400 for that little unit, not $3,400.
Maybe a little more than that.
Yikes.
We're opening every door, we're looking in every shed, but we're just not seeing anything that we can buy and turn for a profit. No sale. Hey,
What'd you find?
I don't know. So we're looking around the yard and I spot a can that looks like it could be an old neon sign.
It's been sitting there for years. It's frozen into the ice. You're really trying to make something out of nothing, aren't you?
Hey, Jim, where did this come from?
The Mosaic group in the Kamloops.
So what would you need out of it?
I need $50.
You see, we're at 25.
Make it 35.
30.
Good.
Done. Can we light this up, maybe? At 30, even if it doesn't work, it'll probably be a good decorator item.
Should I be standing back? What if she blows? I want no part of this. They're sticking wires into electrical outlets. That's not my game.
Are you ready? Let me shove this in. Now you should be able to plug it in.
You plug it in.
Okay, I'll come plug it in. I don't have a problem with that. Do not try this at home. I am a professional. I have an electrical journeyman's ticket.
Oh
Fantastic.
my goodness.
There you go.
Looks good. Oh
Fantastic.
my goodness. I am shocked that that thing lit up.
Look at that. The price just tripled, boys.
But for the fact that we've already dealed on it,
You made a good deal.
we'll make probably 150 off that now that it lights.
Not a bad looking anvil. How about 125? What's the story on these wheels here, Jim?
They run around $75 a piece.
How about 85 bucks for 2?
90, we gotta go somewhere.
90 it is.
Okay, thank you.
What does a guy want for a blade?
$35. Okay, good.
Shell, that's got a good look, doesn't it?
from a distance, which is what George wants, right?
Right, exactly, on the top of a hill.
Almost looks like a fire cart to me.
Jim, come on over. There's this really funky little wagon type thing. Even though it's not a Western item, it looks like it could have been around in the Old West. That's a cool little thing, and it'll probably look good for George Canyon. What would you need out of that?
Oh, that one I gotta have 2 1/4.
2 1/4? I think we'd do 100 1/4 on it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Maybe 2, but that's what it.
That's a little too much for us to pay, so we're just gonna leave that and see if we can package it with something else. But I see you've also got some wheels. You got a set there and you got a set at the back.
There's a couple of wagon wheels on axles. Exactly what we're looking for.
I think George will like these. He said he wanted some rustic ones that just gonna sit up on the top of the hill at a silhouette. What would you need out of that?
200 and 200.
Okay, so if you started at 200 each, and we started at 200 for the pair, we should end up at 250 for the pair.
Yeah, that sounds good.
That's what I think.
250 there and 250 here.
No, 250 for the pair. The
Can't-
pair of pairs.
Can't do that.
I got a better idea. How about 500 for that one, and the fire cart?
Now you're talking.
600 and you got her.
You offered it for less than that already. 500.
Done.
Done. Perfect. We package them together, a little bit off. We're not going to make a ton of money, but we're going to keep our client happy.
Scott and Sheldon are real good negotiators. I had lots of fun negotiating with them.
This could be a good moneymaker for us, though.
Oh, this is a winner.
This wasn't the greatest pick for George, but we did get a couple items. We're going to really have to sort of up the tempo to get enough stuff for him. Oh, man!
It's a pig. This will be good for display a couple of saddles.
What were you thinking?
Thinking that
Workout?
turn them into cash. We're gonna scour the caribou. We'll find some more stuff for George.
Jim, it was fun.
Hey, it's been fun. A real pleasure, guys.
Thank you, Jim. You're a character.
Well, so are you guys.
And when I die, you can come bury me, okay? See you later, next
Okay,
time.
take care, guys. See you guys. Take care, right?
That was quite the bizarre place to pick in. But hey, we got a new mascot.
Yeah.
I think he should be the new Skippy.
Skippy.
Look, he's nodding. Skippy it is.
We're going to get items for George at the best price we can. We'll sell them at cost, plus a little finder's fee. And what about the on-air sign? Any leads on that?
We still got the on-air sign to get. That's a big one for me. I don't want to give up one of my guitars. The original ones are tough. You can get repros all day long, but that's not going to fly with George.
George knew what he was doing when he threw down the gauntlet.
Absolutely. Maybe we should call Jerry and see how he's making out.
Good idea.
Hello?
Jerry,
Yeah, how's it going?
we're having a bit of a tough time finding Western stuff so far anyway.
We got Gail with some possible stuff.
Are these your shops?
Oh, yeah, right.
I
No.
love the color.
Yeah, we can always call Gail.
Yeah, I can do that.
Ask her to throw some shaps in and a couple saddles and some spurs, because I know she's got all of those.
Well, that sounds good.
We'll get on it right away.
We're on our way back, so
Well, actually, I got a really good lead for you. A guy out that way where you are right now, he's got a 8,000 square foot warehouse full of pinball machines.
we're just outside of Abbotsford now. Where are we headed to?
He's not too far out of Boulder Grove, actually.
Oh, okay, we're not far from there at all. We'll give you a call when we sort out what we're doing here.
All right, well, sounds good.
I know.
Being the newest member of the team, I am trying my best to pull my weight around here.
We'll go out on a pick.
Oh,
Eh?
my first Western pick. Let's get at it.
Let's do her.
All
All right.
Got to be around here somewhere.
There.
That'll be it.
Looks like a pig farm.
Could be old chicken barns here, converted into pinball heaven. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Hi, I'm Sheldon.
Nice to meet you, Sheldon. My name is Don, and I collect primarily pinball machines, but I'm also interested in early arcade games.
My name's Kyle, and I'm a pinball nerd.
So who's the pinball wizard?
That'd be me,
And who's the guy that's good at working on them?
That would be
Dr.
me.
Don.
We have Dr. Pinball and the Pinball Wizard. These guys are hardcore. Whoa.
Wow.
Oh, my Lord.
How does a guy get this many machines?
One here, one there.
You're
20
not
here,
old enough.
50 there. I was born into it, basically. My father was a technician and a road operator, so he'd put games into establishments and maintain them and share the profits with the location.
When you have the pinball bug, it's really hard to bite it.
Hey, well, show us some games.
My goodness.
I haven't seen one of these in about 30 years.
We're not looking for your average machine. We want games that guys can put in their man caves or in their garages. That's cool. What's the story on this one?
This is based on Captain Fantastic game. Somebody's taken the original back glass from the game, manufactured around '76, and framed it into a box ready to put a light behind it.
I just want to see what this looks like. Oh, look at that.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's a great back glass. It's in perfect condition. So what would something like that cost us?
1.5, 2, somewhere in that area.
150 bucks.
Done.
Good.
Yeah.
We settle at 150 bucks, which I think is a good deal for a glass that desirable in that condition.
What's the earliest game you have, do you think?
Do you like old school? I got old school for you.
A hockey game is a treasure. Look at that vintage, eh? All dovetailed, it's like a piece of furniture. It works.
It's got cast iron min on the inside, and the handles are cast iron min as well. I'm scoring goals on myself.
Oh, wow.
It's so unique, something that Scott and I really want to own. So what would you want for a game like this?
6.5, said and done. Rock bottom.
Done. I'm happy with that. I think that's a screaming goodbye for a really rare game.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
You break them, you buy them. These are great, aren't they?
These are fields from games that were parted out.
I'm thinking if we countersunk them into a table and put a glass sheet on top of them, that would be the most interesting coffee table anyone's gonna ever own.
So what would you want for these, Don?
50 apiece.
Done.
Perfect.
That seems fair. We take all 5 without hesitation.
We can make money off those. That's really cool.
This little wall box there.
For a Seabird jukebox, what would you want for something like that?
100?
I'd go 50 on it.
Fair enough. Seems reasonable.
And what about this little stamp vending machine?
75-ish mark?
I'd say more like 30.
40 bucks. You guys have got a lot of stuff
Can't
today.
argue.
Sound fair?
Yep. Bingo. Can't help but make money on that.
What's this?
That is the very first commercial coin-operated video game ever made. They came up with Pong. The rest is history.
This has to be pretty rare.
Absolutely rare.
He plugs it in. We played it a little bit. Works just fine.
I just
And you
lost
are
a
over.
quarter, man.
Your quarters.
It's impossible to play. There's no wonder it went extinct quickly. So what would it sell for, this one?
At the lowest point, 4,000 to 5,000. And on the very best day, it could be as high as 7,000 or 8,000.
We're not going home with that one today.
But man, it's cool to see the first video game ever made. I love that game. That is great. Can we light these up?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, there we are. Kiss and the Who Tommy. 2 of the best pinball machines you'll ever find, 2 of the easiest ones to sell. Now, don't laugh at us, okay? Up there we are.
These are the cream of Don's machines that he's got set up there today, and he knows it, and we know it. We want to make a play on those 2 machines.
Oh,
That was pretty lame, wasn't it?
that was pretty bad. This one's clearly defective. So, what are you looking at for the Tommy? Rock bottom for you before we grind you?
Probably be about 7.5.
Whoa. 7.5. And Kiss?
That guy would be 2,000. Yeah.
Ow.
You know what you're looking at.
See, I would have liked to have been in them at 15.
For the pair?
That's what I would like to
I
be.
bet you would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, we're a long way apart.
Hit me.
I think I could come to 2. I mean, that's where I can be on it and leave myself the chance to not get murdered on the other end.
I'm gonna say 22, let's quit.
2200.
Shake hands.
Done.
And we can keep moving.
Done.
Fair?
Done.
Cheers.
We just pulled off the coup of the day, but there's more. What would you need for these two machines, Coney Island and Memory Lane?
He also had 2 really cool 60s ones, more for the generation older than us, the guys that have checkerboard floors and love cars.
Individually, I'd probably need about 6 out of each one.
And as a pair,
$1,000.
I'd feel better at 4 apiece.
Split the middle and do a playoff. Come on.
If you can beat me at a game of pinball, take it down to 9. How's that sound? I'll meet you in the middle there. If you can beat me, otherwise, $1,000 for the pair. Done.
What more perfect could it be? Play a game of pinball to settle on the price.
But I don't want to play Dawn, and I don't want Sheldon playing Dawn. I want Kyle playing Dawn. If he beats you at pinball,
that's great.
we get him for 9.
I have to play the pinball wizard.
You gotta play the pinball wizard.
I like that. I like that a lot.
It's pinball. You never know what kind of day you're gonna have. I'll take it.
I gotta get my jacket off for this.
Oh, he's getting serious on us.
$900 if he wins, $1,000 for both machines if Dawn wins.
Let's go.
Good luck.
Let's do it.
No tanking. Well, that was pretty impressive.
I'd like to order that small miracle now.
Yeah, he's doing okay.
There we go. All right, come back, Tom.
Oh,
Give
he's
time.
got the 2X going.
Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah, there we
That's
go.
the slap save.
Oh.
Oh, oh.
Oh!
Lucky.
Oh!
Good try.
That was a valiant effort.
We win!
Can't win them all.
Sorry, Don.
Ding, 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 ding.
Match.
Yeah.
Ka-chunk.
Fantastic.
$900.
900.
Lots of fun, good guys, some really interesting stuff.
This is really good, isn't it, Sheldon?
I love it.
Everyone loves those old wall boxes.
Yeah.
That is so good.
So that's gonna make the most incredible wall hanging.
Isn't this a great sign?
Yeah. That's a good one. Let's get it back in one piece. This was a good pick. Dawn, that was great.
Kyle?
That was a lot of fun, you guys.
Thanks for winning for us.
Hey, anytime.
Talk to you later.
See ya.
Jerry threw us this line, didn't know what we were gonna see. We made out like bandits today.
That was really a good pick.
It saved us a lot of miles. That's the true surprise pick. You don't expect anything, and you get great stuff. But we still haven't got George's stuff. Time is ticking. Let's hope we find something tomorrow. What's this area called?
Deadman Valley. Yeah, apparently there was a murder in the early 1800s. 2 guys were traveling, one of the guys got killed, and it's been the Deadman Valley ever since.
Hello?
Hello, this is George.
Hey, George, how are you?
Good. How you guys doing?
Good.
Yeah, hey, George.
I was just checking in to see how it was going because I'm a little worried.
I'd be worried if I was you, too.
No, it's going good, George. We're finding some pieces for you.
Awesome. Well, we can't wait to see them, guys.
And have you picked out a guitar for me yet?
I was going to ask if you picked out one for me.
Scott's been losing a little sleep over that guitar.
Okay, we'll keep looking for you, bud.
All right, guys.
Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Whoa, the pressure's on.
It's checking up on us.
Yeah, I noticed you were a little vague.
Yeah, well, I'm a little nervous. I'm not even sure which one I'd give him. I don't have any crappy guitars left. All I've got's good ones. What are all those buildings up there?
Ghost Town.
It's a ranch.
Deadman Junction Ranch.
Huh. Pull in there.
It looks like the place is abandoned, and it's kind of half built.
Hello?
Hey,
Yeah.
Oh, howdy.
Hi.
how
My
you
name's
doing?
Scott. How are you?
Matt Sandvoss.
Hey, Matt, I'm Sheldon.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
What's
what are you
going
doing?
on?
Building a ghost town, a theme park, that's sort of the goal. When I started dreaming about this, I was a kid, and I probably blame it on too many trips to Disneyland.
What kind of ghost towns are going to be?
1885, the Old West,
Okay.
the gunfighting West. 1885 was sort of the end of the era of the gunfighting, the stagecoaches. That was sort of, to me, the highlight. And then things rapidly modernized in life in North America and changed.
So is any of this stuff for sale?
I have a lot of inventory. So yeah, I would unload.
Turns out that Matt needs some cash to keep building the rest of the town.
This could be our lucky day.
It's just overwhelming how much stuff a guy does have. It's sort of frightening.
Scott, have you ever seen longhorns in this quantity? These are monster.
What's a set like this sell for?
$1,000.
Whoa, those massive longhorns. You just don't see them that big. Those are killer pieces. We want to see if we can maybe put a couple sets together, get a better deal on them. See, I know where I'd like to be on them. 12 on this and that.
No, I can't do them for that. I paid more for that. Can't do it. My strategy is don't lose money. That's the number one thing. Unless you really have to let it go. I invest a lot of money when I buy these.
And we understand that. This is really a question of whether we can arrive at a number that works for us and you. What you may have paid for something is totally irrelevant. What matters is what can you sell it for today? Do you have a buyer for it, and how much will they pay? Supply and demand. I hate doing it. That one and this one, $1,500, and we're taking a flyer, a real flyer.
I'm still working on it, Scott. I'm still thinking.
I don't think we can go anymore because we're taking a chance. We're buying for a guy that may or may not want them.
Okay.
All right.
On the one down below, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
We finally settled at $1,500 for two of the best three. I'm pretty happy with that. I think we'll do well on those.
Serious negotiating.
Every time you talk horns, it's serious stuff.
All right.
I didn't know you were so horny.
What would you want for that big bison up on the wall there?
4 for the rug.
Bison rug, and this piece right here, the best saddle tree I think I've ever seen. Would you take 6 for the two of them?
$650.
See,
that's cold. You seen it?
That was beautiful. I love it.
That's called beating them by the buzzer.
We're still a ways away from filling that list.
There's some pressure here. Here, Scott, just for you. Picture frame.
Can I put your picture in it? That is beautiful.
I like the fact that it's in original condition.
Nice old country store coffee mill. That may be something George wants for his outside kitchen.
Hey, Matt,
Yeah.
You got a huge country store coffee mill,
what would you want for it?
I'd like to see about $1,000 for that.
and we'd like to see about 500.
I'm sure you would.
Where can we meet?
Can we meet at $800?
How about 7?
7? What about $750?
Done. $750 is a reasonable price for that. We'll still make money on that piece. Would you part with this little saddle maker's bench?
Yeah, I would part with that.
This is a nice one.
We normally pay like $100 for those.
How about 125?
125.
It is?
Yeah.
All right.
We paid a little more than we normally do at 125, but we have a willing buyer in George.
We're on a short time fuse. We may have to pay more than we want.
I'll take a look, guys.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Yeehaw.
Matt takes us into another shed two fabulous stagecoaches there. One's totally done up, one's a bit in the rough. So what would something like this cost you?
You'd probably be upwards around $60,000.
Whoa,
Depending on how. Yeah.
Matt, 60,000?
60,000.
Wow. I can't believe how high the price was. That just ain't gonna happen.
What about the little table?
$100 or something like that. That cleans up nice.
Let's
Good?
take a shot off.
Yeah.
All right.
What about some signage here?
What are you thinking?
$350 for the three.
Yeah, let's do that.
Excellent. What would you need for that one?
You know, I'd go 75 on that.
You're a good guy.
Perfect. You don't by chance have an on-air sign, do you?
So George Canyon, hey, that's pretty exciting.
Seems like a decent guy, you
I
know.
hope he likes everything we got.
This is stuff you can't just walk out and buy, you know, off a shelf somewhere.
But it just, everybody has their own taste. And when you pick for someone else, it can go one of two ways.
That it doesn't work out sometimes.
Fingers crossed.
Come on in here, guys.
The skull room.
Yeah, this is the bone room.
So we walk in what he calls the bone room. And I know why, because there's a bunch of dead animal parts in there.
Matt's got a line on skulls, hides, all things that he cleans up and markets himself. What would a set of bison, what would that set a guy back?
A good price on that would be $450.
I think we're going into the slaughterhouse business.
What would just an average size bison be?
Probably about 100 and a quarter,
And what if a guy took, say, 3 of them?
like $100 or something like that.
That one, and that one.
Yeah.
Done. That's something we can sell in our market, and maybe George might want 1 or 2 right off the top.
Look at that. There's an old buffalo skull right there.
Yeah, that's a buffalo crown that came out of an old mine.
Now, for something you're just gonna leave in the yard, it's got a good look to it.
I don't think I'd want to sell that one, Scott.
Why not?
Because it's going to go in some yard. I don't think it should. And you weren't in the mine shaft pulling it out.
On the upper deck, I spot 2 cow hides,
I would do those for maybe $110 a piece.
$100 each.
There we go.
Done. So what's the going rate for, say, a longhorn like that?
These would be in the $600 range.
What's the crown sell for?
About $25.
We always know people that are looking for a little bison skull to throw in their garden. Shell, are you in at $25 a piece?
Let's take the 3.
Okay.
As we're coming out of the shed, between 2 buildings is a green doctor's buggy. Now, how do you tell the undertaker's buggy from the doctor's buggy?
Yeah, there's no place for the coffin.
Right.
Yeah. It's got a good look to it.
Got a good look to it, yeah. That's just the thing that George is looking for.
I'd probably like to see $900, $950.
We saw a couple other wagons out here. Could we haul this one out and maybe try and put a package together?
Sure we can. Yeah.
Should I get up in here and make sure that you're doing it the right way?
No.
There, okay.
Okay,
Go ahead,
he's
pull
in.
me.
Yeah.
He's in there.
Whoa. Oh, you're a brave man.
I think I better get out.
No, sorry. All right, let her rip. Yeah.
We got to work on his fitness regime a
Yeah.
little bit. It was a reasonably nice ride, you know, had the feet up, a little bit of bounce to it. I could see Sheldon riding that all the way to Calgary.
My other career could be a rickshaw driver.
That's got a good look to it, as does that one.
There's another little wagon. The attractive part is the writing on the side of it. George wanted something he could leave outside.
Yeah.
I love the graphics.
Came out of the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah. Idaho, Washington, Oregon. I think that was sort of the route.
So what are you thinking in that one?
I think I've got probably 6 into it. I hauled that one out of the States.
It's got the look we're looking for, and if we can package those 2 and another one maybe, we can get the price down. There's a couple more wagons over there. Are they up for grabs?
They're up for grabs.
So far we found 2 little green wagons, but neither is as big or impressive as what we want for George. But then we see down the road a row away, and there's a green one right in the middle.
I hope Mrs. Canyon likes green. What would you want for this?
$800.
I'm thinking this wagon and the buggy and the other little cart up top there. Say 1,500?
I'd probably go 16.
I think we're holding fast at 15.
Yeah, okay.
I'm scared of you now. 1,500.
Wait, that's just the thing that George is looking for.
And I think it was a pretty good buy. Time to head back to Calgary with all our good finds. Oh, that's good. Now, you know what? George is going to love this one. Can you imagine the beast this came off of? And I think George is going to be screaming happy about the things we found for him here today. That's one of the better saddle trees we've got.
Yeah, no, that's good. That's a George piece too.
Moneymaker any day of the week. Hey, that was fantastic, Matt.
Does that mean it's time to go?
It's time to go. The weather's coming in.
Yeah.
We got to get back to Calgary and get a truck on the way to pick these up.
When do you kind of figure?
Next couple of days, we're in a big rush.
We're in a big hurry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look us up next time you're there.
I will. It was actually a good day and two great guys. I'd do it again. In a heartbeat, I'd do it again.
Turned out to be a great day to be a picker. We got some great buys. That's going to satisfy George. You think there's any hope on that on-air sign?
I'm getting a little worried. We're running out of time.
Brooke and I went out to Gail's place and we got some spurs and some saddles and a pair of chaps. So there's some good Western stuff.
This is an unusual project for Scott and I. We're actually working on this one as a team now.
It's always easier to paddle by yourself, but if you got all four paddling the right way, you can go a lot faster.
They're decorative more than anything.
They got the horseshoe on them.
They haven't been worn, you know, a heck of a lot, but
They've got a good look.
We're pretty happy with the amount of Western gear that we've picked up for George Canyon. We're hoping that everything we bought him will really work out.
You never know exactly what somebody's looking for. All you can do is hope they like it.
There's a nice pair of Mexican spurs there.
But that's an old set. Hand forged.
Hey, that's silver.
It is.
That'll clean up really nicely.
Yeah.
Nice work on that one.
They did really well. I think George is going to like all that stuff. What about that on-air sign?
Oh, I got a line on it. Don't worry, I got a line on it. I got a good guy working on it.
All right.
Anyway, let's get these out to the truck. Sheldon and I haven't found an on-air sign. My buddy Greg says he's got one for us. We're heading out to his studio to see if it's what we need. Greg is a bit of a music legend. He's got about 9 studio albums, had a band called Goddo, big in the 70s and 80s. He's a great player and he's a great guy. Hey!
Nice to see you, Scott.
Good to see you, Greg.
Hi, I'm Sheldon.
Sheldon?
Nice to meet you. Come on in. I've known Scott for about a year now. We both have a vested interest in old items. So we hit it off and we become good friends.
I love the chandelier.
It's our tribute to Liberace.
On-air sign.
This has been the most difficult find we've ever had.
I hate not doing it myself. That's the problem. All I'm thinking is, please let it be the right kind. Please be the one that we need for George Canyon. Oh, that is great.
What do you think of that?
Hey, that's the right vintage.
That is real. It's exactly the look we think George is looking for. I just hope it works.
Oh, it works.
Voila.
Look at that.
It's perfect.
Well, the price just doubled.
What do you want for that?
$1,000.
Oh, get lost.
What do you want for that?
$1,000. Have you got another one?
Come on.
I didn't really care about the money. For me, it was watching Scott squirm.
$200 is what they sell for.
Done. Only because I feel sorry for him.
All right, all right.
I just hope the check clears.
So we're heading out. We got the sign. We got it in the nick of time.
It's time to do some business with George. Look at the frost on the trees. Isn't that beautiful?
Oh, it is beautiful. I love the prairies.
We're out in southern Alberta near High River, and we're going to see George Canyon and his wife, hopefully to sell him some Western gear.
Well, this is the moment of truth.
Yeah, I hope George likes this stuff.
I do too, because we've never picked like this before. I'm buying all this stuff, bringing it all to him, hoping he takes it all.
If they end up taking nothing, Scott and I are stuck with a lot of stuff we don't normally deal in. They need to buy from us here today.
How you doing, boys?
Good, George?
Yeah, nice to see you both.
I saw Scott and Sheldon come driving up with their 5-ton truck, and I kind of got worried. Immediately thought, what have they done? What have they picked, and how big is it? Meet my wife, Jennifer. She's in here.
Hi, I'm Sheldon.
Nice to
my
meet you,
wife,
Sheldon.
Jennifer.
Jennifer, Scott.
Hi, Scott.
Nice to
Pleasure.
meet you. Well, this was a little odd for us. We don't usually do this.
How are the return policies?
As soon as it comes off the truck, you're out of luck.
Oh.
Okay.
I think we're gonna write a sad country tune if they don't buy what we have.
Bought a bunch of stuff, nobody wanted it, paid too much, we're stuck with it. And we had all the lyrics, we just need a tune.
Hopefully this is the kind of look you were thinking about.
George said they wanted authentic Western. Wagons, chaps, spurs, saddles, that kind of thing, but it had to be authentic Western, laid in the ground, dug up sort of look.
You got her, John? Here she comes. Let her come is right.
Oh, we don't like it. Put it back in.
So is there anything here that appeals to you?
No.
I like it all.
I love the wagon.
Felt like a kid on Christmas morning seeing all these items come off.
Oh, love them.
These are dandy.
Oh, wow.
One of the big things that caught my eye was the coffee grinder. Oh, I love that. Wow. How much coffee did they make?
This was a general store.
Everyone in the town came to that place to get their coffee ground.
You think it still works?
Absolutely.
We could start the Canyon Coffee Grinding Factory.
Well, what about the cars?
Yeah, absolutely.
The saddle tree?
Love that.
It's a good pick, guys.
Well, thank you.
We actually hit the nail right on the head. We've made the Canyons happy. There was one more thing.
Oh, our vet.
I got to get you something out of the back of the truck.
I think it's gonna have to be one of his guitars.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh man.
That's an on the air sign, vintage one. His eyes lit up. I could tell that's exactly what he wanted.
Oh my gosh.
And it works.
And it works.
And it's beautiful.
I am pleasantly shocked.
You don't know me well enough, George.
I have a very special guitar. It's the first guitar that my first trip to Afghanistan with our military. And that one particular concert, I had that guitar, and we actually got rocketed by the Taliban, and they missed, which was good. And there's where it hit the desert with me.
Is that right?
Yep, that's her.
Holy smokes. For him to give that to me, that's a big thing. That's a really generous gift. That is a beauty.
That guitar has more meaning than most of the guitars in my collection, and I wanted Scott to have it.
Thanks again. It was a pleasure.
Keep up the good work, and I'm sure we'll be in touch with another list.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks a lot, George.
That was great, wasn't it?
That was an absolutely great day.
George was happy, and we made out pretty well with the finder's fee.
Yeah, that worked out great.